Welcome back. You've probably already heard that LEINN International is not your typical university degree, and that's absolutely true. Today, I want to take you one step further. I want to show you what this journey really looks like year by year, from the moment you step into the program to the moment you graduate and beyond. This is not a program run through simulation. This is a program where your real experience starts on day one. So let's dive into what the next 4 years of your life could look like. From the first week in Bilbao, the experience begins. No theory-heavy intro lectures. Instead, you meet your new team and together you launch a real company. You'll start with a bootcamp to discover what needs you see in the city of Bilbao and how you can ideate a business idea from this, based on a societal need, as I've said. From here, you launch a business. In your first year, you legally register a business, start working on your first ideas, and test them in the real market. You'll start various business projects under this one legal entity, learning on the job, so to speak. Your company will consist of 10 to 15 people, and together you'll develop various business projects. Not everyone will be involved in every project, typically. Each project team will include around 3 to 4 members. You start to experience the rhythm of entrepreneurship, so ideating, testing, failing, learning, and iterating. You also begin developing the core entrepreneurial mindset. So how to take initiative, how to deal with uncertainty, or how to create a team with a diverse group of people from different cultural backgrounds. So how does a degree program with no classes have an employability rate of 89%? Well, students have subjects, but they learn by working to objectives, which acts as a sort of guide to setting up a company. So during this first year, you'll also be introduced to the methodology of leading your own learning and learning collaboratively. That means you are responsible for driving your learning, personally and within the team. Team members hold each other accountable for getting to learning and business goals, much like how a business company works. As for what you're doing, you have a lot of say in this. Although you'll set goals such as reading a certain amount of books per year or invoicing a certain amount of revenue, the books you read will be determined by what you need to learn to continue growing as a company. As for the objectives related to the company, you'll be deciding what business projects to develop and what impact you would like to make through them. In short, you decide what you need to learn, and then you go out and find that knowledge. The learnings are then shared with the team to create a collaborative learning experience, understanding that the stronger and more knowledgeable your teammates are, the stronger the company is as a whole. Although you have a lot of autonomy, don't worry, you're not alone. You have the support of your team coaches, a guide who helps you reflect, grow, and stay accountable. And your learning is backed by sessions in finance, law, tech, innovative methods, and soft skills. Just-in-time learning you can apply immediately to your company and projects. By the end of year one, you'll have already taken your first product or service to market, failed quite a few times, and found out what works. And of course, discovered a lot about yourself and your team. This is as much about self-discovery as it is about business. In the second year in Berlin, you take your learning to a new level. Think of the first year as a focus on learning the basics of how to run a company and how to learn collaboratively and how to create and be part of a team. The second year focuses more on how to become an entrepreneur that, above all, creates impact in society. Now, society feels like quite a big objective to hit. However, know that everything you do has an impact. Your focus here is to direct the impact to a place of need and something that's meaningful to you and your teammates. You'll start with a gamified bootcamp called the Future Game. As the name suggests, you'll be working for the good of the future to explore and carry out an investigation in a field of your choice. You'll create meaningful business projects with depth and learn to carry out a full investigation, as well as learning about the customer and carrying out prototypes. You'll have also traveled to a new city, Berlin. Here, you'll be exposed to new markets, new cultures, new challenges, and new ways of thinking. You'll visit startups, meet entrepreneurs, work with international teams, and develop cultural intelligence. That powerful ability to work and lead across borders. Meanwhile, your company is growing. You're improving your business models, learning to launch new projects, and facing more complex decisions about money, people, purpose, scale. Your self-driven learning also becomes more strategic. You begin to specialize. So some of you might explore branding, while others might go deeper into sustainability, tech, or international development. Team learning continues to be at the heart of the journey. You share knowledge, support each other, challenge each other, and learn to manage both the creative energy and the emotional complexity of building something together. This year is about expansion of mindset, of business, of identity, and you start seeing yourself as an entrepreneur, leader, and global citizen. Year 3 in Seoul is a year of consolidation and focus. You've now run a company for 2 years. You've sold real products, you've managed real money, and dealt with real people. So now it's time to go deeper. You might choose to pivot your company, launch a spin-off, or collaborate with external clients on more ambitious projects, tackling real-world challenges. You continue to experiment while further building your professional identity in things like branding or product design, tech solutions, social innovation, among other topics. Your learning now includes mentoring from entrepreneurial experts after a social impact bootcamp, which will again take your business projects to the next level, as well as focusing on that Korean market. You'll also start to identify additional business opportunities abroad and research competitors and even pitch to international investors. One thing becomes very clear this year. You're already living as a young professional, so as demanding as this may be, it also comes with great reward and achievements. You also begin thinking about legacy. So what is the long-term impact of your projects? And what role would you like to play in the world? And then comes year 4. This is the year when everything comes together. Your experiences, your skills, your ambitions. Some of you will keep scaling your business project, and others maybe will start a new venture, and some will collaborate with external organizations. Others will prepare for their masters or enter into the workforce with real, tangible experiences. You will work on your final dissertation project, so a meaningful challenge that integrates everything you've learned and delivers real-world value. This could be a business, a social innovation project, a creative piece, or a consulting process. There are 2 different paths you can take. So there's the entrepreneurial path, which consists of further investigating and hypothesizing on a business project you've already been developing during the past 3 years. Or you can go down the entrepreneurial path, where you'll innovate within an already existing company, investigating a challenge the company sets you. Throughout the year, you'll have one-on-one coaching and expert mentorship, and the full support of the ecosystem to help you refine your goals, sharpen your strategy, and prepare your next move. By the time you graduate, you will not only have a degree, you will have a portfolio of the real world, a company history, a track record, and a strong global network. Most importantly, you'll have the skills to keep learning, leading, and creating for the rest of your life. So, let's review. In year 1, you launch your first company. In year 2, you go global and expand your vision. In year 3, you specialize and deepen your impact. And in year 4, you build your future with clarity and confidence. This is what LEINN International offers. A real, raw, powerful learning journey where you don't wait for the world, you start building it now. So I'll ask again, does this resonate with you? Do you want to be part of a community of bold, curious, action-driven people who are building businesses, communities, and future? If so, apply now for LEINN International.